All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a three-dimensional oversized leaf that we can paper mache. The one thing about the leaf sculpture is it's going to be kind of flat, but we want to make sure that it's not flat and boring. So we're actually going to use some wires to help shape it and give it some more interesting form. The first thing I need to do is cut out the biggest leaf shape that I can on the poster board that I have here. So I'm doing a tulip leaf, and feel free to make as many extra lines as you need on this as you're sort of sketching it out, because none of these lines will be visible in the very end of this project. I do want to go ahead and sketch out the guidelines for where these veins are going, because the veins are going to be recreated with wires. All right, so this is my tulip leaf. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. All right, so notice I cut out the entire leaf and the stem. So the next thing I need to do is get myself several wires here. What I would encourage you to do when you are outlining these veins with the wires, use one wire to do multiple veins. So I'm going to start going down the center here all the way to my stem. And to hold it in place, I'm going to use, you guessed it, masking tape. Now I really don't want to bother cutting it off at the end there, so what I'm going to do, at the stem, is I'm going to just fold it up back on itself. And I can give it a little twist. So now it basically just acts as one really big wire. I'm going to go ahead and tape this down and around the stem. So hopefully that stays in place. Anchor this across here. You don't need to put tape on every single inch of the wire. It is good to put a little extra tape wherever there's the end of a wire, so you don't accidentally snag yourself on it. I'm going to wrap that around like so. And then smush it down. So there's my stem and my center vein. This is not the wire that's thin enough to cut with scissors, so you're going to need to use some pliers. When you are cutting the wire with the pliers, please make sure you're using the part that actually cuts. So when you look at the pliers, there's like a little hole right here. That's not going to cut anything. But there are some sharp little blades right inside by the base. That is the part that's going to snip off the wire. And make sure that you are throwing all these little guys away. We don't want anybody to get hurt. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start folding some of these in half. I'm just going to give a little push in the center here. And this one's kind of a long one, so I'm going to go ahead and use this down at the base. Anchor it down this V shape. And then about halfway through. Again, be mindful of the ends of the wires. All right, so I'm going to do that for all of these veins going up the center here. All right, so the last thing I need to do is make this look a little bit more interesting from the side. Right now it's still just a very flat leaf, so to give it that sort of whimsy of a leaf floating through the air, I'm gonna start curling it a little bit, bending it. I can also bend like the edges of the paper. So we just want to make sure that our leaf is not flat and boring. A lot of the other sculptures get sort of an advantage on this because they have a lot more volume, but your leaf can still be interesting and not totally flat and boring. So it looks like a leaf flying in the wind. All right, that's it. Good job.